Alright, today is day 68 on trail. Big change to plans. I was going to slack pack, but it was going to be a 21-mile day heading south. But the starting point I was going to is a dirt road that is not meant for vehicles, regular cars, but definitely maybe for a four-wheel vehicle or something higher up. So anyway, Ann couldn't drop me off up there, so I'm down here on this river something road. And I'm going to head north instead of heading south like originally planned. So I'm going to go 18 miles north to over Vermont Route 12 near Woodstock. And so instead of starting my full pack on Friday the 4th of July, I won't start full packing until Saturday the 5th, which happens to be my dad's birthday. If he was still alive, he would be 100 years old this year. But anyway, so I am going to head northbound 18 miles. I anticipate it being a very lonely day because it sure doesn't look like there's many people out on this trail. Weather-wise, right now, no rain in the calling for today. Tomorrow morning thunderstorms, but right now no rain for today. So we'll see how this goes. There's some very, very steep hill climbs today. 18 miles, a lot of steep up and down. So I'm very thankful again that Ann is willing to drive me all over like this. It's just amazing. I just can't get over it. And that Jerry came up with the idea for this to even take place, to stay with Ann initially a couple days, but now it's been almost a week. It'll be by the time I leave. Just amazing. It sure saves my feet and my body from carrying that full pack. Oh, this is... Ooh. A lot of silk blazing this morning already. Can feel the spider webs. What a neat little trail between all these rocks. Alrighty, let the fun begin. Alright, I just saw my first bear ever on the trail. It was a cub. So I've been clanging my trekking poles together and making noise. I mean, the cub took off way down into the woods, but I just don't know where the mama is. So if I'm talking louder than normal, that's so the mama hears me. But the cub did take off way down the hill. It was off to the side anyway. I didn't even see it until it ran off. So, hopefully the mama bear's not around here. Well, that is my first time seeing a bear on the trail. Whew! Come to an opening here for power lines. How tall this grass is. The weeds have grown up. You can tell there aren't too many people coming through here. The only thing I hate about this is, one, you can't tell if there's holes or roots or rocks, but also snakes. It's hard to see them in that tall grass. But, oh, that must be Killington back there. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. I am very thankful that they have secured a ladder to this rock ledge. Otherwise, I'm not sure how we would get down there. But what a great idea. What a great idea. So I think I may end up throwing my poles down there so I don't have to have them in my hand as I'm climbing down the ladder. And then go up the other side. I just came across my first southbound thru-hiker. He left Katahdin 32 days ago, and he's doing a thru-hike southbound. So that was pretty neat. His trail name was Raglan. Earlier this morning, I met just a day hiker. Well, she stayed overnight with a friend of hers who was thru-hiking. So Leprechaun is thru-hiking northbound. And the girl, Happy, came out and hiked a day with him, stayed at the shelter, and then she went back to her car. She was heading southbound back to her car, and he has continued northbound. But I should be coming to a brook pretty soon. I guess it's a rock hopping one. So I'll stop there and drink some water and fill up with some more, because I think the next water spot after that one is about 5 miles away. So might as well fill on up. It's getting warm. It is definitely getting warm. I've been doing a little bit of a downhill here for, I don't know, the last half hour. And of course, if you're going to go down this long, at some point you've got to turn around and go back up. I wish I could just kind of make it more of a go down a little bit and level off and then up. But it is what it is. Keep on moving forward and quit the complaining, right? Man, he's done an awesome job. He's made it from Katahdin down here in 32 days. So that means he's gone all the way through the Whites. So that's nice. Let's see what we have here. Appalachian Trail north and south. I'm heading in the right direction. Wintery Shelter is 9.1 miles. So I've gone 5.1 miles according to that sign. River Road, 5.1 miles behind. So according to that sign, I'm making my way along pretty good. All right, heading on the bridge to go over Stony Brook. I drank about half a liter. A liter was just too much for me to drink. I drank about a half a liter and filled the bottles up, and now I'm ready to continue on. The next water is about 5 miles away. So that is my next goal, is to do 5 more miles. I like to break my long day up into goals. Steady Eddie Kirker. This must have been a man who hiked here quite often. Steady Eddie. If you travel on the sea. It's so that somebody wrote a poem. So the gentleman must have passed away and must have been a hiker, whether from this area or a thru hiker, and maybe he passed away there. Along mileage day, I like to try and break it up into segments, kind of set little miniature goals for myself. Another nice little stream here. Could have gotten some more water. And so my first goal was that Stony Brook stream. Now my next one will be the next stream, which is another 5 miles away. So it helps me break the day up, I guess. I don't know, give me something shorter to look forward to than a long 10, 11 hour day of miles. But I have almost a 5 mile uphill climb. So this next section is going to take me a bit, but there's a beautiful breeze on this side of the mountain right here. Woo-wee, I'm loving this. But away I go. So I'm sitting on a cooler eating my lunch. There is trail magic in this cooler. I do not normally drink soda while I'm on the trail, but there was a Coke inside, so I'm drinking it while eating my ham and cheese sandwich. This has been a tough day. A really tough day. A lot of steep ups and downs. And I'm not even sure I'm halfway through it yet. It's been really rough day, and it's hot. I'm ready to lay down and take a nap. But obviously I won't do that. I will continue trudging forward. You can tell this has been a campsite. Little fire pit over there. Nice level spot. The trees above look pretty good. Don't look like any widowmakers. And I think about half a mile northbound there's a stream to refill water bottles. Yep, nice little place off this dirt road. Looks like you can only reach it by ATVs or maybe a lifted truck with all-wheel drive. So I wanted to make sure my bottles were filled up. This is the last stream before my pickup point. So another 8 point some miles without a refill for water. Man, oh man. I'm glad it's not one of those 100-degree days. It's still hot, but not one of those 100-degree days. I'm letting this trail beat me down physically and mentally. I know I shouldn't be dwelling on it, but I am. I have no idea how I would have slacked packed how I would have full packed all this. I just don't know how I would have hiked with a full pack. I am barely making 1.5 miles an hour, and I'm slack packing. Now normally it would be, well, why do you have to put a time constraint on yourself with it? But when I'm slack packing and I have somebody picking me up, yeah, I need to get it done because I told them I could do it in about 11 hours. It's supposed to be just about 18 miles total. For most hikers, that would be 9 hours because they hike 2 miles an hour. But I said 11 hours, figuring there would be spots that I could hike at 2 miles an hour or 2.5 if they were level and not so rocky or rooty. But I'm not even halfway done. I am hurting. And all I keep thinking about is how in the world am I going to go back to a full pack? I don't know if I can do it. And I think I've reached the point where I don't want to do it. And that is probably beating me down more than anything. Is telling myself I can't do it and I don't want to do it with a full pack. And from what I understand, this is nothing compared to what New Hampshire will be in the White Mountains. Oh my gosh. The side trail up that way goes to the lookout shelter, but as the sign is showing me here, the Appalachian Trail North is to the left. So I continue to the left. I still have 6.5 miles to the pickup point. I met Vancouver earlier. She is through hiking north on the Appalachian Trail. She started in Harpers Ferry. She's from Vancouver and her trail name is Vancouver. But she started in Harpers Ferry. She'll go to Katahdin and then she'll flip down to Harpers Ferry and head south to Springer Mountain. Here they are, the little pillows for my feet. Wow, this is heaven. I'm just going to really take my time just strolling through here. Oh my glory, this feels so good. After all those rocks and roots today. Oh, this is heaven. Yep, this is nice. And there you have it. That's all right. Back to the mud trail, some roots and rocks. But man, was that nice back there. Woo-hoo! Gotta love it when there's a change for the good. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, baby. Heaven. My feet are in heaven. Wow. It's amazing what a difference it makes. Man, oh man. I've come out of the woods into this open field area. Beautiful mountains over there. I don't know if I'll stay along the edge the whole way down or if we go back in at any point, but definitely very tall grass here. That down there must be the Vermont Route 12, which is my pickup point. Little bugs are going around my eyeballs. Here I am, coming up to Vermont Route 12. That was the most terrible last 3/10 of a mile, going through those super high weeds like that. That was terrible. Let's see what the sign says here. Appalachian Trail, Winter Shelter 4 miles, Stony Brook Shelter 14. I did pass both of those today. There's some creek down here. Boy, how clear that water is. Oh my glory. That is some really clear water. I'd like to go lay down in that water right about now. Alright. I think that's the park area. Probably supposed to turn to the right to keep going on the trail. And I believe this is where I have to get picked up at.